I think I got it. Hopefully. Ah! Okay, now I got it. I got a lucky bounce off of a tree. It pushed me further to the left. So, you'll notice I had to switch to Elise. This is the only character I know it can be done with. I don't know if different characters jump different heights or what. I honestly don't know what determines how high you jump in this game. It seems very random. I think at some point you can hit the reset button. And it'll just warp you to the end of the course, essentially. But it's also kind of funny, you just hang in the air for a while, go out of bounds. But we're at basically the end of the course now. And the thing is, since the courses are largely vertical, if you fall out of bounds and to the bottom of the world, that basically leaves you at the end of the course. By the way, am I gonna do it? Can I do it on purpose? No, it's easier on the right. You can actually hit the outside of that tunnel if you're too far to the side, but I think it's easier for on the right than the left. But anyways. Beautiful. So that's another lesson in dishonesty, if you want that. I think that's only the second time I've ever pulled off that trick, actually. I forgot how difficult that was.
Canadian girls kick butt! Well done.
I'll use this game's replay mechanic to show you, actually. How does this work? You can go frame by frame. This is what happened. How did we get there? You can make I forgot you can make highlights. Yeah, it automatically has highlights. So it automatically makes highlights and it plays them. And it, here we go. So it automatically chooses it. So what it shows you, I think, when you complete the race is automatically shows you all the highlights and then restarts the whole replay. I do want to see. I feel like whoever's on the left, always. Yeah, every single time. Oh. I was like, that's the end of the replay, apparently? No. The controller just got disconnected. But yeah, every single time, it seems like the AI for this on the left will do that. Mac! Jeez! Just look at him here. At least he knows to reset, I guess. Anyways, meanwhile, where I am, let's actually show you what I did. Oh. I tried to knock her down twice. You can knock someone down, then knock someone down and again immediately afterwards. But anyways, I had this annoying jump I would do here to get onto this path. It's not the only way to get here, but it's what I did. Oh yeah, Elise couldn't decide which way to face. But yeah, this game's replay functionality is kind of nice, especially since it has not only automatically generated highlights. Oh yeah, also then I go back onto the other route. Wait, what? Excuse me? The replays might be broken on the 360. They might be. At least it's just like a ghost just following everyone. Why is it resetting her? I don't know why it's doing that. At all, actually. What's happening here? The replay got desynced, I guess. Shouldn't the replay be like over now? What's happening? Like I was always angry at her now. I don't know what's happening now. I really don't. Why does it keep resetting? I don't know what's doing this. Did the race even go on this long? Why is she trying to hit things? What? This I got correctly. But it desyncs somewhere here. Is there a way to skip less? No? Can I frame backward? No, you can't. So I guess the game just kind of memorizes where you are at certain points. So I guess you don't get to see what I did. Sorry about that. The opening looks fine. Apparently the small subtle detail of which way Elise turned around here or something like that. Now, is it fine now? No. Why is it reset there? I don't... Okay, well never mind that. You don't get to see what I did, I guess. Whatever. It's interesting what that implies about how the game's replays work, though. It apparently saves the state at a couple points in the race. Since if I skipped to partway through the recording, it was fine. I don't know now. That is weird. So I'm mostly out of things to do now, to be honest.
You have great taste.
So, at this point, and there's one last thing I could show, but it's very rare I manage to do it. It's... well, why not? Let's have, in fact, let's have Cowdery's Revenge. So in Tokyo Megaplex, if you do it on purpose, you can actually skip basically the entire course. The biggest skip in the game, I would say, would be the skip in Tokyo Megaplex that lets you immediately complete, that basically lets you skip the lap. The lap mechanic.
Tokyo Megaplex will be more of a challenge this year. I know you didn't mean that.
Beautiful. Alright, so at least it's basically at the very beginning, so it's not too hard to try out. So all you really have to do here is not completely lose control because you're on an Alpine board, and you essentially go through there. Do you have to go more to the right? How is it you do this? I thought it was basically straightforward, where you just... Do you have to go into the top? I didn't think you had to. There we go. But I didn't think you had to come into the top. I thought you really just had to kind of go on the right a little bit here. Like that. Yeah, so it's precisely what I did there. But if you stay on the right enough, you'll also... Feels weird being aggressive playing as Cowdery. For a few reasons. One, she's not very good at being aggressive, as you can see right there. It's also not very in character anyways. But if you stay enough to the right, as you do this... Alright, not too much to the right, I guess. It's pretty fine what you have to do. To not only go through the wall, but then also... not accidentally hit the fan anyways. Alright, I don't remember precisely what it is you have to do. You have to go enough on the right? Or what? I don't remember what it was precisely. Almost like that. Almost. But if you do it right, you actually just go straight through the thing. And completely skip the fan. So you just go straight to the finish line. Alright. It looks utterly ridiculous if you pull it off. Especially on the first try. I don't know precisely what path you have to follow to go through here. Me not being sure of that makes it a little bit more difficult for me to also keep in mind the aspect of having to... Why is it so much harder from this angle? Makes it hard to keep on the aspect of not accidentally hitting the fan. Alright, boost now. Yeah, I can only give it a couple more tries, I guess. Hey, we finally got hip-hop phenomenon playing here. We didn't have it last time that I went through here a couple times, unfortunately, which bummed me out. Feels weird rotating that fast on this board. And you see someone do it, and it's just, they go straight through, essentially. There's... Back! No! There doesn't look to be anything fancier than that. Maybe it's... You have to go... There we go, like that. What? What? That's not a concept I'm familiar with. Are screenshots a thing on the Xbox 360 that I never knew about? I guess so. But yeah, you have to go as far to the right as possible without hitting the invisible wall. Apparently. I think I know the precise scene that you have to go through, actually. It's just really hard to do. Really? Okay, apparently not. Yeah, darn! It's really hard to not hit the fan, too. If you manage to do it, though, you just... It looks so silly, because you... It's like the fan just doesn't exist. It's like... You basically just ignore the entire premise of the course. Which is why I find so funny about it. Ah! Like, watching a replay of it is entertaining, for instance. Darn it! And you can't reset if you end up hitting that. Since there's not really much else for me to do, I might just spend the rest of the episode doing this, unless I can think of something else. I can't do my signature move on this board. Not quite. This is where we ended up last time. So let's see if I can take advantage of being here to actually... Not quite. If I can manage to take advantage of being here and actually... No. Darn it. Yeah, it's a real thin line you have to cross. Maybe I won't get it, but I mean, you can imagine what it's like. You just go straight through as if nothing was there. You just go straight through the whole tower, and you come out on the other side and you complete the race, is all there is. Fortunately, I can't really show it off, but I've done it a couple times, but as you can see, it's a little hard. Because you're taking advantage of weird geometry. And the fact that you can get stuck on the right-hand side at the same time. It's not enough to go out of bounds on this one. You have to do that and then... Stop falling over, Cowdery! You need to do that and then... Avoid the fan. Go up here now. Avoid the fan and also getting stuck in the corner. Whatever, I guess. Should we finish off with something a little bit more interesting? I'm not sure what that would be.
Practice.
Actually, maybe not.
Select event.
Although usually I at least give
Choose your event.
thoughts on a game when I'm done with it.
No problems with me, mate. I'll take
Probably
care of you.
have Moby again,
Customize outfit.
as is kind of my
Setup.
My
Customize
tradition.
outfit. Customize board. Pick.
doing what? Who knows?
Mace.
And there are things to see in some of these courses, namely Mercury City, that I never really got to show, but it's really hard to show them.
Alaska.
Well, I did like Alaska, so maybe I could just go there.
Alaska.
Alright. So, I'll just finish up with this. In fact, I guess that'll be next episode, but I'll just talk a bit about the game, and then that'll be it. Bye, everyone. Assuming the game loads. Is it not going to load?